What's up? How are you all? Welcome to the session. This is Sweta, your English master teacher at Vedantu, and today we are going to have a session on bond of love. And now we've already completed the summary and the analysis of the chapter, so I guess you are thorough with the chapter. Please go through the chapter very well. Don't forget to read your NCRT before coming to the video lectures. That's a must, guys. There is no skipping your NCRT. Line by line reading, okay? That's going to enhance your reading skills and also make you thorough with the text, so that because you have objective questions as your answers also. So definitely that is important, okay? And then you come to the analysis of the part so that you can understand and relate to the text very deeply. Okay, do not miss out on any step that I'm telling you. First, NCRT book reading. Second, video lecture. Third, question answers. And fourth is practicing your question answers on your own, that is framing your own answers. Please follow these 4 steps, all right, to gain the highest marks for English. That is absolutely possible. So let's move ahead, and thank you so much, guys, for all your homework answers. Lovely answers that I have got from all of you. Thank you so much, Smiley Girl, Sabita, and Sanjana. And all of you guys who have given your answers, posted your answers in the comment section, please do keep posting your lovely answers. I really love to read all of your comments. And now we will be starting with the theme of the lesson. So definitely bond of love, that is talking about love. So love between whom? Love between a mute creature, okay? That is definitely the sloth bear and the author's wife, right? So definitely we have the author has clearly brought out the theme as the bond we have with the wild and the bond that the wild keeps with us. So since time immemorial, animals have been our friends, right? And it is we humans that have caused them harm. So we look at it from at the very beginning of the chapter, how the the bear's mother was dead, was killed, right? And then the poor baby bear was all alone, right? So we have always caused destruction. We've always caused harm, okay, with our vile intentions. We need not categorize these mute creatures according to their habitat or nature. It is the bond of love that makes animals more lovable than any other human being on the planet. So it is the bond that develops between the sloth bear and the narrator's wife, right? Bruno the bear is dearly loved by the author's wife, and he loves her in equal measure, okay? So that is the bond that the author has very beautifully portrayed with the help of the story. How he is sent away to a zoo where he frets, looks sad, looks upset because he is separated from his from his mother, we would say, right? Because the narrator's wife used to treat Bruno as her own child, right? So she also definitely is very upset. She also stops eating, she also frets equally. And then even after a gap of 3 months, when she visits there in the zoo, when she visits Bruno, he recognizes her at once. Isn't that amazing, guys? So he expresses his pleasure on seeing her by standing on his head. How beautiful! If you visualize that sight, you'll see, really, you'll feel so very so very, it's beautiful, it's beyond expression, right? The bond of mutual love that exists between the animals and between that animal and the human being, that is the sloth bear and the narrator's wife, the author's wife, is so strong that it is not broken even by the lapse of time or even by the distance. It is still intact, it is still the same, and that is what we call as true love, right? So message of the story, guys, definitely showing kindness to animals, compassion for animals, not being cruel to them. From at the very beginning, we see how the poor baby bear is separated from his mother because his mother was killed, right? So animals definitely have a right. So definitely it's somehow talking about the talking on the issue of animal rights. Yes, so they also have a life, also have a right to live a dignified and free life. And the sloth bear was killed wantonly, right? And this senseless act leaves the bear cub all alone. So human beings, being superior in intelligence and evolution, have special responsibility towards animals and birds, right? So we are on a higher pedestal, right? We are superior in terms of intelligence. So we have got that, God has given us that intelligence, and we should utilize that intelligence. We should utilize that superiority, not in abusing animals, but in helping animals. We have a special responsibility of keeping them safe. Right? We have a special responsibility towards all the living creatures, be it plants, be it animals, right? So, animals also experience feelings of love, joy, pain, separation, just as human beings do. They are also having those tender feelings, right? They are not devoid of those tender feelings. I think you would agree with me that sometimes we see that animals show more loyalty, more affection, more love than some human beings do, right? So in grade 10th, when you will read the poem called Animals, you'll see how the poet has, created a very sharp contrast between the animal world and the human world, and he has shown how animal, in on what basis are animals much better than the humans, right? So that's a poem that I'm referring to. It's the cross reference, just for your knowledge. You could definitely have a read of the poem. Otherwise, you're anyway going to read that poem in grade 10. That's a beautiful poem, right? So when Bruno is sent to zoo, the narrator's wife weeps and frets, especially when she hears that Baba is inconsolable in Mysore and is refusing food. If you have got any pet at your home, you will see the same behavior, right? So especially it happens with dogs. Dogs are more considered to be more loyal. So if they are separated from their owner, they won't eat for days. I think you would definitely agree with me on that. So if you have got any dog, and if you could share your own experience with your pets, or even if you are taking care of any street animal, that's a very noble task that you're doing, right? So if you have any experience to share, please do comment in the comment section as well, right? So Bruno is delighted when he sees her and stands on his head to show his pleasures. That's the beauty of love. That's what we call true love, right? Which we sometimes not find in the complex world of the human beings, but we do find that in the simple world of the animals, right? So that is something which we should also learn from them, and that is exactly the point that the poet says in the poem Animals. When you read it in the next grade, you will definitely understand. Thus animals are equally devoted and loyal in reciprocating human beings, in reciprocating the love that human beings give them. So that is something which is beautiful. So, guys, I hope you are enjoying the session. So, if you want to join us further to gain 100% knowledge and 100% marks, guys, you just need to visit the link in the description box. You've got unlimited live classes. You can take care of unlimited live classes. You'll have fun and high level quizzes, and you could compete with the students throughout the world. That is something phenomenal, guys. So you can have interactive replays as well. So even the replays that you see are not boring, because you will have live quizzes even in the replays. That is again something which is very very unique in our platform, along with the leaderboards that will come at the end of the session, be it a live session or even during the replay. Okay, so we also have the content. We can download the content at the end of the session. Okay, and doubt solving, yes, we have special team of class teachers who are going to cater to all the doubts that you have, with assignments at the end of each session. And we also take quality tests, and we also provide you with the result, right? I mean, with the yes, performance report. So that will definitely help you in understanding where you stand. So on an all India basis, you will understand, since you can compete with the students throughout the world, that is going to give you a very good idea of your level, and what steps do you need to take to improve, what are your strengths, what are your weaknesses, and everything. And you can also have the micro courses and crash courses. We are recently having a lot of we've launched a lot of crash courses recently. You can definitely get enrolled in those crash courses. Plus you have chapter wise courses. So if you find any difficulty in any particular chapter, you can definitely take the micro course related to that particular chapter, and you are going to get 5,000 plus micro courses and crash courses for competitive exams absolutely for free, guys. You do not have to pay anything for that, any extra amount for that, right? That too in less price. So you just need to visit the link and use the coupon code SWREPRO. So guys, this is the coupon code, the discount that you get after applying the coupon code, which is bringing down the price to only 4 rupees per class. That is something super, super, super affordable, right? So what you need to do is just visit the link and use the coupon code, guys, and you are just a click away of enrolling into very, very, very helpful platform, and which is going to guide you with the best. Okay, guys, so now we come to the character sketches. The first character is, the author. The narrator was definitely a hunter by a profession, okay, but he was good and compassionate. So he's also a loving husband. So that is why, how when you're saying that he was good and compassionate and hard, definitely give examples by talking about Bruno, how he rescued Bruno, okay, rescued Bruno, and how he felt, the emotional connect that he got, and how he helped Bruno to get a, I would say mother, of course, because his wife used to, love him so much, just like just like her own child. Also, a loving husband. When you're talking about loving husband, again you have to refer to how he was a loving husband. So he took measures, when he saw his wife being upset after sending Bruno. So definitely he took him to the talk about the Mysore Zoo, okay, right? And oh, we have already given, so okay, let me cancel this. We have already given the example, right? So when he saw his wife fretting after separated from Bruno, he takes him to visit the zoo, right? He even reconciles with a decision to bring him back, right? So that was the author. And now we come to the narrator's wife. So when we are talking about narrator's wife, uh, we have already seen her animal love, her affinity towards animal, her affection towards animals, right? So she treats Bruno with a lot of love and affection. She even names him Baba, probably because she considers him as his own baby, as her own baby boy, right? So there's a strong connect, strong emotional and a lovable bond that develops a strong sense of attachment, right? So strong that when Bruno is he's sent away to the zoo, both of them fret and refuse to eat food. Okay, and in spite of the author's restraint, she decides to bring so first of all she visits Bruno, and then eventually she, with the help of the permission of the superintendent, she brings Bruno back. So definitely we see a very strong bond between Bruno and the narrator's wife. And finally, if we talk about Baba the sloth bear, we will come across the activities of the sloth bear in the upcoming slides. So please do include those activities in this answer as well. I have separately taken it there, so therefore I've not included it here. Okay, so that you can do definitely. So it's a playful and fun-loving a bear. He's a voracious eater. So you will give examples from the upcoming slides that now we are going to do. He's also an intelligent creature, right? When he's sent to zoo, he refuses to eat, and then definitely how he recognizes her, and how even the distance and time could not stop them from loving each other, right? So it's evident that his reciprocation to the author's wife is same as her, if not more, right? And definitely you have to spice it up, and you have to enrich it with the help of examples. Now I'll give you few examples in the upcoming slides. I'll tell you what to include, so please stay tuned. So the first question, guys, from this chapter is, how was Bruno brought to the author's home? How did he become a member of the family? It should be a. How did he become a member of the family? Okay, so the baby bear was brought to the author's home by chance. Once the author and his companion were going to Mysore, and they were passing through the sugarcane fields when they saw people driving away the wild pigs from the fields by shooting at them. Right? Some of the animals were shot and some escaped. And now, when the author thought that everything was over, suddenly a black sloth bear came out panting in the hot sun, and one of the author's companions wantonly killed the bear. Right? So that was the cruelty. This is definitely depicting the cruelty of human beings towards animals. Right? So you can also mention this point if you want. Okay. We have already discussed this point when we were dealing with the theme, okay, at the beginning of the very theme. Okay, so we've already discussed, so you can take a look from there and you can add one or two lines in order to enrich your answer. The cub who was riding the back of his mother, so this is the entire episode. Okay, ran around his prostrate parent, making a pitiful noise filled with pity. So definitely this shows, so this you can include in the character of the narrator. Okay, how he felt. I told you that I would be talking about a few points when in the upcoming slide. So definitely this you can include in the character of the narrator, how he chased him and captured him and he brought him home and gifted it to his wife as his pet. So definitely we can see that he is, although he's a hunter, but he has a softness, he has a soft corner towards Bruno, right? He is feeling pity for Bruno, and the wife accepted him with love and also named him Bruno. Right, soon they developed a very deep bond. Okay, and then he therefore became a family member. Right. Next question is, on two occasions Bruno ate or drank something that should not be eaten or drunk. What happened to him on these occasions? So please do let me know, guys, in the chat box, what were the two occasions, that what are the two occasions that the question is talking about. Okay, please match your answers. So, on the one hand, he was curious about things around him, and on the other hand, he was very, very, very fond of drinking and eating. So, what happened was, once the narrator had kept some barium carbonate for killing rats in the library, and Bruno went there and he, seeing the poison, he consumed that poison, right? So, it had a very bad effect, a very harmful effect on him, and he was almost paralyzed. He could not stand. However, he managed to drag himself on his stumps to reach the author's wife, right? And then Bruno began to weaken rapidly. He was, puking, he was breathing heavily, right? The author rushed to the veterinary surgeon, veterinary doctor, and then after giving Bruno an injection of 10 cc of the antidote for barium chloride, okay, and that was the, since the first injection did not improve his condition, another injection of the same potency, that is same power, was given, and after 10 minutes Bruno's heavy breathing became normal, it subsided, and after 30 minutes he stood on his feet. So that was the first occasion in detail. Now let's come to the second occasion when he drank engine oil. Okay, so it so happened that the author had emptied the that 1 gallon, there was 1 gallon of engine oil that had been collected. Okay, and the narrator had kept it to kill the termites. Bruno, as he was fond of always eating and drinking, he had completely drunk all of it, right? So, however, it did not have any effect on him. Okay, so these were the two occasions on which he drank something, ate something which he should not have. Next is, how was Bruno transported back to Bangalore from the Mysore Zoo? What special arrangements were made? Okay, so these are this is something which you can add in the character of Bruno. Okay, that how he used to eat and drink everything. Just in short, not in this detail, but in short, you can add, right? So once on one occasion he had this, you consume that poison, barium chloride, and the second occasion was engine oil, right? Next question. The answer is, Bruno, the pet bear, was transported back to Bangalore in a cage lent by the Mysore Zoo authorities. The cage containing Bruno was hoisted on the top of the car and tied securely. The vehicle was driven slowly, okay, and at the writer's home, special arrangements were made. to keep Bruno at a safe distance because he was a big bear, right? Of course, he could be dangerous for the tenants' children. So, what special arrangement was made? An island was made for Baba that was 20 feet long. So you can understand that zoo is very very restrictive. It curtails the freedom of animals. If you again, I'll cross refer to another poem, Tiger in the Zoo. If you read that poem, you will see how the author is making a sharp contrast between the tiger in the zoo and the tiger in wild. So there we will be talking about the concepts like concepts like natural the wildlife sanctuaries instead of zoo, because zoo is something which restricts the freedom, curtails the freedom of an animal. Same for Baba as well, although Baba there is another reason, that is his separation from the narrator's wife. But anyways, so an island was made for him that was 20 feet long and 15 feet wide. So that was a really very special arrangement. Okay, a wooden box that once housed fowls was brought and put on the island for Baba to sleep at night. Okay, straw was placed inside to keep him warm. Okay, his toys, his baby, and all these, his gun, yes, his gun, both of which he had sentimentally they were preserved by the narrator's wife. Okay, and after that the coolies hoisted the cage onto the island and Baba was released. All right, guys. So with that, we have come to the end of the session with the most important concepts that you should understand, along with the most important questions. And here is another question for you, which we want you to, include in your in the comment section. Please do attempt this question. All right, guys. Why was Bruno sent to the zoo, and why was he ultimately brought back? Very very easy question. I'm sure everybody can answer this question in the comment section, guys. And don't forget to visit the link in the description box. Use the coupon code SWREPRO. And thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to hit the like button, share the video amongst your friends, and also do subscribe to the channel if you haven't. Thank you so much, guys. Take care. We'll see you again in the next session. Till then, bye-bye.